here's my index card, my notes. I just have my two quotes on there so I can reference them. I'm gonna time my speech. I have my mom as my audience. She's behind the camera. So I'm gonna time my speech on my watch here. So 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, I'm Angel Cervantes. You might be wondering why I'm dressed like this. And that's because I'm going to inform you how to join or how to get started in historical reenacting. I've been doing historical reenacting for a little over a year now, and it's been the greatest hobby I've ever done. So for history fans like me, historical reenacting just gives us a way to preserve, protect, and present history to the public so that it's never forgotten. Because as George Santayana once said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. So to get into historical reenacting, all you need to do is find a time period that you're interested in, find a group that does that time period, and then you can start gathering the necessary items and equipment to do it. So I'm going to start with finding the time period that you're interested in. Finding a time period that you're genuinely interested in is just going to allow you to have something that you're passionate about and just going to let the enjoyment of the hobby be so much greater. If you're wanting to get into historical reenacting, you're probably already looking at a certain time period or interested in a certain time period like I was. But if you need a little bit of honing in, you don't really know exactly what you want to do, then there's ways to find out, like looking outside of the box a little bit, thinking about the stuff in the real world that you're passionate about, such as hobbies and other, maybe even jobs, such as being a pilot. If you want to be a pilot, then present that in a historical way by being a pilot from World War II or something like that. You can also go off of your family tree. For example, my grandfather served in World War II in the Army, and I wear dog tags that has his serial number on them. Every time I wear this uniform, I feel like I'm representing him, and that just adds a personal touch and a personal layer to the hobby that just makes it so much better. Also, if you're wanting to find a time period that you're interested in, make sure that you are doing it for the right reasons. Don't just pick something because it's cool and definitely do not pick something that might be offensive or is with the purpose to offend. Pick something that you're going to be passionate about researching, passionate about teaching about. Anything that people are going to see that passion, and they're going to know that you are someone worth listening to and someone knowledgeable on the subject. Secondly, I'm going to talk about finding a group. Finding a group is important because they're going to be people like-minded with you and are going to help you guide you through your reenacting career, I guess. So the easiest way is to just go online, go on Google, search reenactment groups near me. If that doesn't work, look on Facebook, look on Instagram. I found my group on Facebook. Also, you can go to air shows and events around you and that might have reenactors at them, and you can talk to them and get some face value with them. FaceTime with them, as I should say. Once you find a group, how do you join? It's usually as easy as just sending an email or sending a message on Facebook or Messenger, whatever have you. These groups are always looking for people to join, and if they aren't, then they're doing something wrong. For example, the Southern California Women Army Corps reenactors have a website. So it's joining them is just like joining any other organization almost. Their website has a join tab at the top, and the first sentence that you're greeted with is, "We are always welcoming new members." I think that says it all. And under that is all the information that you're going to need to register, all the information you're going to need, like requirements for age and all that stuff that you need is right there. So that makes it easy. Last, I'm going to talk about the acquiring and starting to actually build your impression and get the necessary items that you need. I've been throwing this word impression around a few times. Impression is just kind of a fancy way of saying costume, just so that it doesn't diminish what we're doing, by kind of making it like a Halloween trick-or-treat kind of thing. So to build an impression, the first place you have to start is with research. Research through photographs, through watching documentaries, reading books, reading firsthand accounts. Any solid source is going to help you with research and building your impression. Solid sources don't include stuff like movies and television shows. They might look good, but they're not always accurate. You want to build a baseline of all the things that you need to have a good impression so that you aren't wasting money on things that you will not use or don't need, because at the end of the day, that's just wasting money. You can also use your group as a source. Definitely use your group as a source. There's multiple people there that are a wealth of knowledge that can learn something from you, and you can definitely learn something from them. And they're willing to teach you. They're wanting to teach you. So again, with the Southern Californian Women Army Corps reenactors, they on their website have a list, just a straight list that lists out all the things that you need to have to join them and participate with them. And that's where I want to kind of start small and build up. Start with just the baseline stuff that you need so that you can get your foot through the door and start participating with your group, so that you can really figure out that this is a hobby for you and something that you want to do, and kind of get an idea of what you're kind of going to be a part of. So start small, build up. Getting into reenacting really isn't that hard. All it really takes is finding a time period you're interested in, finding a group, and building up your impression with the necessary items. Reenacting just keeps history alive, keeps history buffs like me occupied, and gives us a way to protect and preserve history. I thank you all for listening. I hope I got someone. I'd love to see more people in the hobby. Thank you all.